I'm Bianca Cotton, host of Behind the Confident Smile, where we inspire women to walk in love, live in hope, and be healed from past hurts. I am here with Delisa Williams, and we are talking about Peri, y'all. Yes, perimenopause in the house today. Welcome, Delisa.
Me and Peri, y'all can't see her, but she here. She here. I brought her with me today. Thank you.
My pleasure. So we're going to start with, what is perimenopause?
Perimenopause is the stage before menopause. It's when your ovaries are decreasing, they're going away, you shedding your ovaries, you shedding your eggs. So like your period is decreasing, and you just got to go through this process in life before you get to the stage where your whole, your eggs and everything is gone all completely. So it's getting the body ready for menopause. Like right now I'm in this stage where my menstrual is decreasing. The days is decreasing and it's thinning out. It's not as heavy as it was before. I'm going through emotional, biological changes.
We're going to dig into all the effects in a second, but I also want to know, when did you first start noticing Peri coming about in your life, and at what age?
So I turned 40 last year in September, and I started getting hot. I didn't get hot. I got hot. You got it. Hot. Yes. I was very hot. And I thought it was my husband because he is very warm-blooded, okay? My husband chocolate, okay? And it's a little theory that the chocolater you are, the hotter you are, right? So that's a little inside joke that we have in our house, right? So I'm thinking it's him trying to snuggle with me at night, trying to, do the little poke. That's what I'm thinking that this is, right? And it's not. He on his side of the bed, but baby, my side of the bed is wet. Like literally, it looks like you took this mug of water and you just poured it on my side of the bed.
Wow.
So I'm not understanding, why am I this hot? Like, why am I drenched wet? So it happened maybe a couple weeks before I started Googling, what's this? Like, what's going on? Well, then I realized, okay, this is something called perimenopause. I thought it was just hot flashes, but then I realized that it affected my skin. Like, I didn't even want you to touch me. Like, my hair braider couldn't even, I was like, I don't even want you to braid my hair.
Oh, wow.
Because my scalp was hot and was inflamed and it was sensitive to the touch. And then I had a piece of my hair that fell out. So it was just things that was happening to me. And I couldn't put a finger on it, but I knew it was happening. So it's kind of like, because you a mother and you've been pregnant before, and when you pregnant, everything that happens to you during those 9 months, they like, oh, it's pregnancy, baby. It's pregnancy.
I relate.
Everything. It don't matter what it is, right? Your nose could be bleeding all day long, and that's because you're pregnant, baby.
Yeah. It's more blood in your body.
Yeah, the baby want to get the blood. They gonna figure something out. That's how I was feeling with this. But you knew you pregnant though. I didn't know. So you got a kind of sense of comfort when you know you got life inside of you, and you like, okay, if my pinky finger, the only finger that's swollen, that's all right, because I know I'm carrying a baby, right? But now if your pinky finger is the only finger that's swollen and you ain't got no baby on the inside of you and you don't know what's going on, you like, what the heck is happening? So now I'm like, okay, I'm Googling hair loss, hot sweats, mood swings, skin changing, and then it just popped up like perimenopause. And then that's when I started to read that, yes, typically you can start at 40, but you can start as early as the age 38. Well, when I read that, I did a mental assessment of me being 38 and all the things that was going through in my marriage, my kids, me, my career, my mind, my mental health, my spiritual walk. And I was like, you were in the early stages of perimenopause and had no idea. So I really believe, this is not diagnosed from a doctor or anything, but I really believe I started as early as 38 years old. I just was not aware, and I overlooked it because baby girl was going away to college. She had prom. Other baby girl was in singing. Husband and got promoted. We decorating the house. You know, like you just start, you teaching classes at church. You know, you writing, you record. And you just push that on the back burner. But now it's like, that's what was going on with me. I was struggling mentally and physically and still trying to be a wife and a mother.
Still trying to do.
And I shouldn't have been doing that. I should have really been preparing myself early on for when it came full on at 40. And that's why now, even me talking to my 19-year-old, who's nowhere near this, or my 10-year-old who's nowhere near this, but keeping them a little bit aware, cognitive of like, oh, when it does hit them, like, I remember mama telling me that she went through this at this time. So no, I'm not crazy. When your husband looking at you,
they can recognize the signs. Just like we do in preparing our daughters and nieces for their first period. Like we talking to them about it.
But why is it that we're so open with that, but then when it's this, it's hush hush, it's under the covers? And that's when I began to realize, were we, and when I say we women, back then, were we really prepared? Were we really knowledgeable of what they knowledgeable of what they were going through? Or were they just doing what mama told them or what grandma told them, like just keep it moving?
Right.
But today we like, no. We're not going to just keep it moving. You not crazy. You not losing your mind. Your husband is he does love you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a major thing. Like, he don't love me no more. You know what I'm saying? He don't do this. You know, and it's like, no,
it's you that's going through the change.
Going through this. So to help my daughter when that time comes to be like, baby, don't divorce your husband. Don't separate. Don't run away and leave the kids at the grocery store. And you know what I'm saying? And you in the car calling your husband like, I left him in the store.
Because you having to move.
Get your kids. Girl, I left Madison at Wendy's. You and me.
Really?
Girl, I left her.
Why?
She got on my nerves. She got on my nerves. And I had told her, I said, I try to give you this really good talk first when I'm very calm and, patient and slow. You know, you slowly talk. Right. When a mother slowly talks, that's the before.
That's the calm before the storm.
Before so I'm slowly talking to her. I can't remember what she did, but I gave her a warning. And because I don't want to kill her, I said, girl, get out my car. Just get out my car. Just get out my car. We need a break. I left her right there in the parking lot at Wendy's. I drove to the next parking lot, right? So I made her think that I had left her. But I could see her in my rear view mirror, right? And I'm looking. And she over there just like, my baby over there like, hoping that don't nobody pick her up. She a little scared. But I'm like, if I don't do this way, I'm going to hurt her. And she's not deserving of that type of discipline when I'm aware of what I'm going through. Yes, she deserved to maybe be disciplined and talked to, but not to that severity. So once I became aware of, okay, Delisa, you going from here to here, and it's really
too fast.
Then I was like, okay, now we got to do some other measures. And one of the things is, okay, we got to separate ourselves. You go to the porch, you go to the back room, you go take a walk, because mentally, in this process for the next 7 to 10 years, your girl going through. Yeah, that's the thing that they also don't tell you.
Hold on, next 7 to 10 years. So perimenopause can last up to a decade?
Up to a decade, boo. Up to a decade.
Why?
Because your lining, your eggs and ovaries,
it's shedding over a decade.
It's how long it take to shed.
Wow.
You got to think about puberty. We don't go through puberty for just a couple months. You go through puberty for a while.
That's true.
You go through puberty from like the age of like 8. Sometimes, because my daughter started her menstrual at 8 years old. And you go through puberty from 8 till what is it, 16 or 17 for girls?
Depending, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 8 years. That's what I'm saying. This literally is like a reversal puberty or a backwards, you know what I'm saying, type of puberty thing that we're going through.
So how does one prepare themselves for perimenopause? And talking to other women, they were like, ask your mom or your grandmother, like, if they experienced that and at what age. So, you know, you can kind of gauge if that will happen to you around this, you know, start to occur around the same age. But how does one prepare themselves?
So, I'm going to be real honest with you.
Is it reading books? Is it?
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm telling all my friends that's in their 30s right now, I'm going to need you to pray, okay? You know, we just got through that praying fasting at the church. I'm going to need you, while you was praying for the lost, I'm going to need you to pray for your perimenopause. I'm serious. And I tell people this by faith. And let me tell you, I stand on faith. I'm the faith person, okay? I'm your faith cheerleader. I stand on it because I don't believe that we have to go through everything that our ancestors or, you know, people from the past have went through. I believe that with prayer, God will show you maybe what you need to do with your diet. It may be a diet change. It may be something as far as changing your sheets. That's something I learned that helps.
Changing your sheets.
So bamboo sheets are really good for night sweats. They keep you cool. I put some satin sheets on there. So sometimes it helps me when I'm getting hot. Holy Spirit will tell you maybe what type of hair products to switch to. I think with prayer, you will be more ready. The word says, be ye ready. And I believe that with this information and with knowledge, you can store up. And when the time comes, you ready. So don't listen, because that's a lot of times what we do. We tend to listen to what old girlfriend's saying, and we like, ha, ha, ha. We laughing. That ain't going to happen to us. Instead of saying, you know what?
Let me take some notes.
Let me take some notes. Let me put this on my prayer board for me, because this is really something that you're going to have to go through, but go through it with grace. You don't have to go through it with an attitude. You don't have to go through it not knowing what's going on with you. Go through it with knowledge and understanding, but also ask God for the grace. The grace that when you do cuss your child out. The grace that when you do go off on your husband. The grace that when you do have an attitude and people are mad at you, that he will come in and provide a way of understanding and peace. He will provide some forgiveness that they will be able to understand. So now when I say, I'm sorry, y'all, mama going through the perimenopause, and that was not nice what I said or what I did. Let me retract that. Do you accept my apology? Yes, mommy, I do accept your apology. And then we move on. That's what prayer did. Because I'm acknowledging it and I'm giving it to the Father, he comes in and smooths everything away. But without prayer, I done went off on her. Then I'm coming up to her like, yeah, I went off on you, but I wouldn't have went off of you if you wouldn't have cleaned up your goddamn room. You know what's going on with me, shoot. Where's the grace? Where's the understanding? But that's what we tend to do. Make sense of our lash out. And no, yeah, I understand, but it's not right. But in this season, they'll see when they go through it. That's what my mama went. That doggy.
Yeah,
I understand.
And you modeled how, right?
And then they'll have the chance. They'll know to apologize to their kids. They'll know to not divorce their husband and apologize to their husband because they were having a bad day.
Yeah.
So we're saving marriages. I'm saving my family. That my kids won't have a divorce and my grandkids will be in the home with their family. You know what I'm saying? And it won't be, because now literally, look, we real comfortable now. I just got real comfortable with Bianca. She my G. I talked to my mother because I was how old was I when my mother and stepfather got a divorce? It was 2007, so I might have been, I don't know, I was born in 83. Heck, you do the math. That's another thing perimenopause do. You ain't smart no more, okay? That's why I thank God for the smartphones. So it figures out the dates, the calendars, the statistics, all the data.
Fine.
Anyway.
You got resources.
Exactly. Anyway, it was 2007, and I remember having a conversation with her maybe a couple months ago. And I told her, thank you for living her life out loud in front of me. You're gonna make me cry.
Picture right there.
Because at the time, when she was going through this divorce, and you're a kid, you're looking from the outside and you saying, okay, this is what you did, this is what you did. Why couldn't you all fix it and make it right, or whatever the case may be? But now at this grown age, I see what she went through. I go back and I'm like, that's why you was sleeping on the couch. It wasn't that you didn't like my stepfather. The bed hurt. Because the bed hurts me now. And I don't want to sleep in it.
I'm Ricky Watson, and I'm inviting you to join me for the next episode of Critical Conversations, when we focus on navigating through pieces of your story to find peace, hope, and joy. How can failure be a stepping stone to success? How do I process grief the right way? Join the conversation on CAN-TV Cable Channel 19 or stream live on cantv.org or on the CAN-TV Plus app. Elevated conversation and storytelling. Experience the power of community television.
So we are literally in the process of right now getting another mattress. But that's knowledge, that's wisdom, that's understanding. Instead of me sitting around here arguing with my husband, me going to go sleep on the couch, him feeling isolated and abandoned and rejected, and all I'm trying to do is get some good night's sleep so I can take care of these kids and be an amazing wife and mother for you. So I went back and I told my mother, I said, I know you all got a divorce, but because of that, I just want to let you know we won't. That legacy is still living on. We won't. I see it. I see that chick, Peri, trying to break up my marriage. I see that chick, Peri, trying to create rejection between me and my kids and make my middle daughter feel like I don't love her or I don't see her side. Like, I see this. I see how Peri is making me feel like I ain't got my head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go from being this person that always had your projects together, your assignments, your calendar, your agendas, the alarms was on, because I have my degree in project management. So, baby, we know how to get it together. Now I'm like, forget get together. What the hell was we about to do?
You gotta have a new system.
No, I don't even remember what we was doing.
That's what I mean.
We gotta have a new system. Because I don't even remember what we were doing now. And that's real. But because I saw my mother go through that, it literally blessed me. And I wanted my mother to hear that, because divorce, when you get a divorce as a parent, you do feel like a failure. You know, your dream is, of course, I wanted my kids to be in a 2-parent home and all the things, and now I'm divorced and the home is broken, and you wear that. But I wanted her to know, no, baby, take that coat off.
Yeah.
Take that coat off, honey. Because, baby, we putting the coat back on. Marriage will thrive in this bloodline. We will educate the women during this period to let them know it's not him. It's not them. It's you.
And that's how you need to take care of you. And inform those around you who love you.
Create your perimenopause village. Talk to other women who are experiencing this with you so you're not alone. I remember being pregnant with my last daughter and my last 2 daughters. I was pregnant with my best friend. And it felt so good to be pregnant with someone who understood your cravings. Because my husband didn't. I'm telling him I want strawberries. It's midnight. He looking at me like, girl, go to bed. And I'm like, and at him like, you gonna go get these strawberries at midnight. It's a 24-hour Walmart. So I could call my friend and talk to her about the midnight cravings, and she's going to understand and she's going to feel me, versus me talking to you and you may have been pregnant, but you're not in it with me right now. So you're coming from, girl, I remember that.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but it's still not the same.
It's different.
Like, it's not like, oh, and so what happened when you got your strawberries? How good was that? Girl, was the juice dripping? Like, that's how we was talking on the phone. Like, girl, I been in that strawberry. That juice was dripping down my mouth. Like, because we pregnant. Well, now I have my village of other amazing women who are going through this, and we share stories and we help each other out. Like, for instance, the weight situation, knowing that, okay, I'm not crazy. Where did this 20 pounds come from? Because I want to know. I would have loved to enjoy these 20 pounds that I just picked up. I would have loved to eat and taste my 20 pounds.
Because of the hormones?
Because of the hormones. I haven't done nothing different. I barely eat as is. I still take my same vitamins, everything. I still do my same workouts. 20 pounds. And I'm like, what happened? What was I eating? Where was the greens, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ham? Where was it?
Sweet potato pie.
Where was it? Because then I can tell you I ate it.
Right.
I would tell you I ate it. When you like, where the greens, beans, I ate it. That's what I did.
So does the weight gain continue, or like?
Yes, it will continue if you do not find the necessary things to help your body. And one thing I found right now is that during this stage of perimenopause, because we're losing estrogen, we need more protein. So I was reading it, and it was like, you have to increase your protein. What the normal intake of our protein, which we probably ain't getting that anyway, okay?
Right.
Just like vitamin D, okay? You need to increase that. So I'm like, okay, girl, you barely eating protein like that now. So now I have to double the intake of protein, and I'm going to get on that binge next week to see the difference in my body, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Wow. Who child?
I'm drinking water. I'm taking my vitamins. I have not done anything. And it's like you really don't know till you try on that pair of pants and you're like, wait a minute, what the heck is going on? Because you see yourself every day, and nobody's saying like, oh, girl, you know, they like, oh, you look fine. I thought I looked fine too. Till the pants told me otherwise. You know, the pants said, girl, you ain't fit these right. It's Peri.
It's Peri.
You find out as you go. Literally, you're learning about this as you go. For 2 weeks, my right ankle was swollen. That's what I said, Bianca.
It's like, where that come from?
Where that come from? So I'm married to the paramedic, right?
Right.
And I'm like,
check this ankle out.
He like, is it hot? No.
It's not infected.
It's not infected. Okay, you already know. It's not hot. It don't hurt. You fine, girl. That's it. You fine. He do me like the doctors do you when you're pregnant.
So
you fine.
Inflammation is another.
It's a real thing. Your body
sign and
swells.
symptom.
And you don't know why.
Oh, man.
So I slept with my feet elevated. For 2 weeks. And now all of a sudden it's gone. And then, and you know what helped? Prayer. The people don't want to hear me out, but prayer. Okay? Because you don't know what else to do. Okay?
Yeah,
you can't do anything.
Literally day by day.
Literally. I'm elevating my feet. I increased my water intake. I did the things. And then one day I was at dance ministry, and at the end of dance ministry, they was like, hey, you know, anybody want to pray for something? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I ain't about to ask these people to pray for my swollen right ankle that I don't know why it's swollen, and I'm just going to tell them to pray for my right ankle. And Holy Spirit was like, you better ask them to pray for your right ankle. And I was like, all right, y'all. I don't know why my right ankle's swollen. It's just swollen. And my sister actually prayed that day because she dances on the ministry too. And that next morning, it went away.
Wow.
So that's all I got.
I'm so grateful that you are an open book when it comes to perimenopause.
That's what everybody say.
Not for real, because it's gonna help so many people, including men and children. Like, that's probably what my
wife's going through, or my mother,
or my auntie, or my colleague, right?
Oh my God, you're right. Co-workers, you are so right.
That's a part 2 conversation.
Oh my God, you are so right.
Like how that shows up in the workplace. But
I didn't even think of that. You are so right.
I've been thinking about it. Yeah. But
because we got to do life with these people.
We do life with each other. We live in community.
So we have to understand.
We need to be aware.
We have to be aware of what we're going through.
Oh, so much goodness in this. So, Delisa, is there anything else you would like to share with us?
Yes. So, you know, I'm an author, right? I love writing. Writing is my passion. And so writing helps me get things out that I want to say, or that I probably can't say in everyday, conversation. Yeah. I get it out on the page. Mm-hmm. So
I can relate.
I wrote a poem to Peri. Have you met that chick, Peri? Honey, she ain't nothing nice. Have you walking around in 0 below weather, bucket naked, sucking on some ice? Have you met that chick, Peri? She come when she want, and you never know how long she gonna stay. So for the next 7 to 10 years of your life, people better stay the out of your way. Because Peri ain't always kind. Oh no, Peri has her own mind. You may think you're on the right track to losing weight, but Peri over there slapping more fat on your behind. Peri don't care that you got ish to do. Nah, Peri wants it to be just her and you. When you meet that chick, Peri, you gonna wish your kids were all grown, because the only thing you want to be is alone. Peri doesn't sometimes like to be touched. Peri doesn't like to talk on the phone. Peri is just trying to do her job and get on. And that job includes, oh shoot, Peri took that too, my memory. So I don't know what I was going to say. Just know for the next 7 to 10 years, I'm going to have some good and some bad days. But if you see me bucket naked sucking on some ice in 0 below weather, just know you better get the out of my way. Have you met that chick, Peri? So it was something I was working on. It's not finished, but I was like, I'm going to go ahead and hit you with that, because that's the heart
of Peri. So what is one word you would say to your 38-year-old self?
Oh, forgive.
Forgive. So y'all heard it.
Oh, forgive.
Y'all heard it. So thank you for being with us. Delisa, thank you for sharing
Thank you for
a little bit about Peri, because we know Peri got a whole book. And we hope that this was helpful for you as you think about the women that are in your life and how you can support them. So until next time, you all take care.